which generally we don't talk too much about. But let me bring on board Rupak De, Senior Technical Analyst at LKP Securities, joining us. Rupak, very range-bound day of trade today. What does this indicate from what to expect in terms of the day of trade on Tuesday?
So recently, Nifty has given a significant rally, and some moving averages are having a bullish crossover. Very small time moving, very smaller time frame moving average are into bullish crossover. So significant momentum has already built. But the thing is that we are near to our resistance. Nifty has a very good resistance at 24,500. So till the time it is not moving beyond that, we might not see any kind of directional move. So today's move more or less was expected after a significant rally. So already Nifty has rallied by more than 10%. Now after a 10% kind of move, an index like Nifty consolidates. So it is a bit expected. Now once the consolidation ends, we might move towards the higher level, like above 24,500, we might move towards 25,800, then 25,000, then higher. But on the lower end, we have a very crucial support, which is placed at 24,270, which is the 50% retracement level of the previous fall from all-time high to recent low. Now, 50% is not a Fibonacci retracement number, but it is very important retracement level. It is the midpoint of the two most important Fibonacci retracement number level, 38.2% and 61.8%. So 50% retracement level, which is placed at 24,270, would remain a very good support for the short term.
Taking us through that, but hold that thought. While that is on the spot front, let's also take it across to Sajid, who's joined us on the show with an FNO roundup to tell us everything that's transpired in the futures and options universe. Sajid, over to you.
Thank you, Sneh, for that. The market is ending on a flat note, just 11 odd points compared to Friday, and about the 24,300 mark there. The Nifty futures ending at a discount of nearly 52. That gives you an indication of the kind of shorts that could has come in the last 30-40 minutes of the trade, and open interest down of 0.5 to 0.5% also indicates about some of the positions that got unwound during the trading session. If you look at the Nifty Bank, again closing it on a flat note and at a discount, and that's both indices have seen some shorts getting added towards the last 40 minutes of trade, and open interest is down nearly 1.68. So some of the long positions got unwound, and some shorts in some of the counters were seen getting covered there. But look at the HDFC Bank, Kotak and Axis. There is a short buildup which is coming in there. The PSU Bank was much better in today's trade. SBI, Bank of India saw some of the long buys coming in. We have AU Small Finance Bank and Federal Bank in the smaller banks, and banks seeing some kind of long buys which came in there. Look at what put and call writers have been doing. The put writers have been active all of early morning in the morning trade, and it was a call writers day in the afternoon. But if you look at the change, 24,400 was a very active strike in today's trade, with put writers being more than the call writers there. But the distribution gives you a different picture there. You have a support coming at 24,000 here, with the puts at 24,000 and 24,500 acting as a good resistance. And towards the end of the day, we saw the market coming down to below 24,400 because of the kind of shorts that got added in the system there. In futures gainers, you have Trent, where we saw short covering. Tube Investments saw a long buy, and Torrent Power saw a long buy there. All three stocks up nearly 3%. Among the futures losers, we had stocks like IEX down 8% after the draft coupling norms came into being. SBI Cards saw some shorts getting added, and PI Industries also seeing some shorts getting added as we speak. In open interest gainers, you had IEX, the short build-up with open interest up nearly 25.5%. We saw Oro Pharma active today with shorts added there with nearly over 20.5% up there. And Vishal Mega Mart is also one stock where we saw some long buys happening, and open interest up by 10%. Among the losers in open interest, you have Yes Bank, Reliance and Hoodco, where we are seeing long unwinding happening. Open interest down for these stocks by significant amount in the April series alone. And going into Tuesday's trade when it's the Nifty options expiry, you're going to see some activity coming in there and some volatility as well. And watch out for the geopolitics overnight, where negotiations or ceasefire talks are supposed to be held in the evening in Islamabad, and if it doesn't happen, then you're going to see a volatile Tuesday tomorrow morning as well.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Sajid. That gives us a sense of what the FNOQs seem to be indicating. Rupak, let me come to you with regard to your bias in terms of sectors. Give us a sense of that. Where is it that we've seen a bit of a rally now? Maybe we'll see some consolidation. And where is it that maybe we get to see fresh legs in terms of a rally in the coming weeks?
Which sector is it?
Any sector that you feel has, yeah.
Okay, right. So today, as you were saying at the start of this show, like the energy sector stocks did really well, and I think energy index itself has given a significant breakout. Then after the breakout, the index has rallied by about or more than 14%, outperforming the Nifty. So in the short term as well, I think this sector stocks are looking very good. Stocks like this PFC, REC, NTPC, and other stocks are looking great. They have given significant breakout on daily as well as weekly charts. So I'm bullish into the space. Apart from that, I'm bullish into PSU banking stocks led by this SBI. So I'm very, very bullish in energy stocks and PSU banking stocks.
Okay. And within this basket, Rupak, any stock-specific recommendations that you would have for our viewers, given that the market is absolutely flat and occasionally also seeing slight dips? Anything that looks good to buy on dips?
Yeah, definitely. Within the space of PSU Bank, I would like to add SBI. The stock has given a consolidation breakout. Besides, the stock has been trading above its all major moving averages. The RSI is into a bullish crossover. And today's volume, when the price rose, the volume was significantly higher as compared to previous 3-4 days. So I think the stock might move towards 1200, 1220, 1240 in the near to short term. Whereas on the lower end, there's a support at 1070. The stock can be bought at the current market price, keeping a stop loss below 1070 for a target of 1240. Apart from that, I'm liking NTPC. The stock has been moving higher with a higher top, higher bottom formation in multiple time frame. Also, the momentum indicator RSI is looking very good. On the higher end, the stock might move towards 414 in the near term, near to short term. Whereas on the lower end, one need to place a stop loss below 380. Below 380, the stock might lose its momentum. But on contrary, if the stock does not fall below that level, the stock might continue to move towards 414, 420 in the short term.
Okay, so those are picks coming through. Let me go across. Raghav standing by. In fact, Rupak, we'll pause this conversation. Raghav standing by with all of the stocks that made headlines in trade this Monday.
Well, absolutely, Harsh. The markets closed almost flat today. Certain stocks that remained in news were Bank of Maharashtra, which was up to 2.5% on the back of good results that came about. Operating profits for them are at 2,946 crores versus 2,520 crores, up 16.9% YOY. Net profits for them are up about 34.9%. NII for them is also up 18.8% on a YOY basis. Margins have improved for them as well as asset quality. On the other end, IEX was down about 8% on the back of Central Electricity Regulator Commission that released a draft notification on the market coupling norms. Market coupling creates a uniform electricity pricing, just for the viewers' discretion, and across platforms, and which is likely to threaten IEX market dominance at the moment. EMS Limited was up about 7.5% on the back of emerging as the lowest bidder for a project worth 209 crores, up for UP Jal Nigam. Sterling and Wilson Renewable was also up about 9% on the back of rupees 3,490 crores Coal India solar project win. Acres was up about 16.5% today. Company has made a further investment in Acres Force Consumers Product Private Limited. Total amount of this investment is about 10 crores, but it's expected to impact top line of the company. BHEL was up 2.5% on the back of good provisional turnover of FY26. 32,350 crores is the turnover on YOY basis, which is up 14%. Q4 FY26 revenue implied is also indicating a 13-quarter high for them, and hence the stock reacted positively. Another stock that was in news today was Billion Brains Garage Ventures Limited, also known as GROW, which was down 0.5%, probably because the market expected better. Net profits were at 686.3 crores versus 547 crores, which is up about 25% on a QOQ basis. Revenue was also up about 23.8% on QOQ basis, and average daily orders are up 60.7%. It will be seen if this stock reacts in tomorrow's trading session. These were the stocks in news.
Raghav, thanks so much for taking us through that. So yes, a bunch of stocks in focus. In fact, let's take it across to Rupak for his view on Trent. And before we do that, I just want to talk about Trent briefly. The stock was in focus today. Of course, you have the earnings on the 22nd, and that's why the stock is also going to be in focus. But along with the earnings, wherein, mind you, we're expecting a steady set this time round. Along with the earnings, we have a bunch of announcements that we're also expecting to hear from the company. First, in terms of the bonus issue, the company has declared to the streets that they are going to be mulling a bonus issue, and which, if approved, is going to be the first ever bonus issue in the history of the company since it's listed all the way back in June of 2004. So first ever bonus issue. This has got the street excited. Just take a look at how the stock has reacted in the trading session. Other than that, they're also going to be mulling the interim dividend and an ESOP plan for their employees, which has not been in place so far. And along with all of this, they're also going to be mulling fundraising, potentially via a rights issue. So a whole host of announcements we're expecting to see with Trent's earnings on the 22nd, which, by the way, we're expecting it to be a very decent quarter. In fact, we're expecting to see some recovery compared to the last 3 or 4 quarters in terms of revenue growth and same-store sales growth. So we'll be watching out for all of that. But Rupak, what are you making of Trent on the charts, and how does the retail basket look to you at the moment?
So the stock has given a volume channel breakout on the daily time frame, and also the stock has moved above its major moving averages on the daily time frame, and also the momentum indicator it is in a positive divergence on the daily time frame. So overall, the stock is looking very good. And after a correction of more than 46% in the last 6 months, the stock is looking very much ready for a significant up move. On the higher end, we have a resistance at 4,500. So in the short term, the stock might move towards 4,500. Then above 4,500, another round of rally might be seen. And on the lower end, we have a support at 4,040. Below that, the stock might move its momentum.
Okay. Rupak, what do you make of the move with regard to IEX in particular? What should one do with a stock like that?
So the stock has failed its previous breakout. Recently, the stock had given a breakout above its previous swing high. Then it reclaimed the moving average, but today it failed with the rising volume. So it does indicate that the breakout was failure, and the stock might move towards lower level in the short term. On the lower end, the stock might fall down towards 120, 114, whereas above 128, the stock again might move back towards the higher level.
That's an IEX. Rupak, very quickly before we have to let you go, your view on FMCG. You did speak about the sector in the beginning, but what about something like a Nestle that's due for its earnings very soon? Any outlook over there?
Right, Nestle already was into positivity before the FMCG sector as a pack has come out from its bearish zone. Nestle was already into positive zone. So currently, it is today it fell down from its higher level, but overall the overall sentiment looking very positive. and the moving averages are into positive crossover, I think the sentiment might remain positive, and over the short term, the stock might move towards 1340. And a stop loss can be placed at 1260. Below that, the stock might move into consolidation.
Okay. Rupak, thank you so much for joining us. Gives us a good perspective on how to probably play a Tuesday as a day of trade. Thanks so much. What we'll do is, viewers, we'll